So today, our digital story will discuss our chosen entertainment medium, which is theme parks, as we analyse Dreamworld as a potential candidate for renovation and improvement. Theme parks offer visitors a sense of escapism, where they are transported to another world where anything and everything is possible. No matter how young or old, you will get a feeling of wonder, excitement, and awe. The theme and amusement park industry is one of the largest in the world. According to the Grandview research, the global market size in 2017 was valued at $45.2 billion. Grandview research also estimates a compound annual growth rate of 5.8%, expecting to occur between 2018 to 2026. The next 8 to 10 minutes will consist of an interview conducted among students, alongside a pitch of 2 recommendations for the theme park, Dreamworld, along with information about the target market and budget. The Gold Coast region hosts the largest collective of theme parks in the Southern Hemisphere and is Queensland's major tourism hotspot. Dreamworld's biggest competitors are MovieWorld, SeaWorld and Wet n Wild, who are owned by Village Roadshow. Due to devastating events in 2016, Dreamworld and fellow Gold Coast theme parks have had a huge decline in revenue. Dreamworld has struggled to regain visitor revenue. Attendance has dropped in 2017 to 18 from 1,663,000 to 1,658,000. Recently, Dreamworld has announced a $30 million investment into upgrades and possible new rides to recover from this decline in visitors. Thus, with that said, it is not entirely unreasonable for the budget to be around $10 million, where according to the ANU Series Business Report, the proposed cost to construct a resort will cost around $9.8 million, leaving the rest of the $200,000 for VR expenses. %, of the overall market revenue of the theme park industry is aged 19 to 35. This is according to Grandview research from 2018. Not only is this age segment the largest, but is also forecasted to dominate the market with an increase of 6.5% compound annual growth rate in the future. The second largest demographic by age is the 36 to 50 year olds. This age group is also forecasted to grow by 6% compound annual growth rate in the future. This age group are usually the parents of small children and teenagers who accompany them to the theme parks. According to the global industry analysts, the middle class population is projected to rise by 2020 in the Asia Pacific region, which is an important market for the theme park industry. Factors such as costs and time come into decision making of attending a theme park, and it's not always a quick decision. Travelling to the theme park, as well as accommodation, food and beverage costs, contribute to the decision to visiting a theme park.
More likely to visit a theme park if there was a package deal available to stay at the park's corresponding resort. Why not?
Not because I don't mind travelling there. I mean, we're in Brisbane, it's not too far from me. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'd probably say that, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, all combine it.
Yeah, it's combined, it's easier to access, you know.
Yeah. Too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Especially if I'm because I live close to theme parks.
What are some of the factors that keep you from visiting a theme park on a day off? So it's too far away, nothing new, exciting at a theme park?
Yeah, I guess it's probably nothing new. I don't hear too much about things changing and things like that. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, most of the theme parks are on the Gold Coast, and I live in Brisbane, so it is obviously travelling is a bit of an issue. Also, sometimes the tickets aren't that compressive because you have a yearly fee as well. That can, you know, it's quite effective.
Mostly cost and because usually because of my family, just
fair enough. And if you're travelling internationally, would you visit a theme park like Disneyland in the US entice you enough to visit while you're there?
Yes. Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Is it because of like?
You know, hearing about it all the time and people rave about it. So,
I'd say I'd visit Disneyland or other theme parks across the world mainly because I want to see what's different. And it's, you know, quite enticing from the advertisements. How it looks.
Probably once just for the to see what all the hype is about because I've heard so much about Disneyland. And like there's like certain ones like like you hear about the Magic Mountain.
Yeah,
and
no, that's
stuff
the
like
absolute classics. Yeah. Would you be more likely to visit a theme park if they had VR technology incorporated into their rides?
No, I don't think so. No.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Like it's something
Futuristic feeling.
Yeah.
Probably not, because I could access the same level of technology at home.
Yep. And how much would you be willing to pay for package deals, say if you were to travel and get accommodation?
Maybe like $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Huh?
Probably 300, pretty reasonable. 300, 400.
Sounds good.
Dreamworld, probably like $400, $500.
Yep.
Because if it's the whole weekend, then it would be worthwhile.
Yeah, that's all.
Our first recommendation is the addition of a resort that will be located directly next to Dreamworld. It will be built where the old Big Brother house and studios were kept when the show was still in production. This area has since been practically deserted. It is the perfect place for a resort to be linked to Dreamworld, where guests can travel easily and conveniently from the resort to the park. It is a theme amongst many popular and successful theme parks such as Disneyland to invest in the hospitality industry as part of a park attachment. This increases the visitor's length of stay and makes it easier for those who are traveling interstate and from overseas. With an average annual attendance of over 52 million visitors, Walt Disney World is the most visited vacation resort in the world. The increase of leisure seekers is one of the reasons for the boost in theme park attendance. Introducing more hotels and resorts will mean a longer stay for international visitors as well as domestic visitors. The data from the interviews supports a proposed resort-theme park combination, as an attached resort adds an augmented product layer to the theme park and increasing its value. As the Gold Coast has already positioned itself as a main tourist destination, the resort will give visitors from all over a one-stop destination for a resort experience as well as a theme park experience. Technological convergence and the advancements in technology play a huge role for the theme parks who want to stay ahead of the curve. One of the most exciting new technologies that has made its way into theme parks is virtual reality, or VR. VR technology allows the user to explore a computer-generated world from their lounge room, in movie theaters, or in this case while they're on a roller coaster. Flight simulators were the first application of this kind of technology, and now more and more theme parks are incorporating VR technologies into their rides and attractions to create a more unique and immersive experience. VR technology not only enhances the visitor's experience, it will also attract those of all ages. New and exciting modern technology is what helps any business have an edge on their competitors. Through the interviews, consumers identified VR as a major drawcard that would increase the likelihood of them going to a theme park. VR technology doesn't even have to be a super expensive investment into brand new rides and experiences. It can be simply added or incorporated into existing ones. Rides like the Tower of Terror or the Claw are examples of existing Dreamworld rides that could benefit from VR technology. With that said, taking into consideration the benefits that a resort and a virtual reality experience would be able to incorporate, it would be incredibly disadvantageous of Dreamworld if they chose not to implement these recommendations.